is there nothing they can do? Can't they beg these players to just leave them alone? It looks like that's what they need to do now. Beg the players, leave us alone, please. Umtiti, there's the Chris Brown look-alike, Martin.
Great one.
So these guys have seen it. I've been seeing rather suppository comments. There's Memphis as well. Araujo, and there's Frankie de Jong.
Right, Barca owing their player wages to the tune of over 36 million pounds rather.
Oh, please don't say
36 million pounds. So I don't think for a player like Braithwaite, he wants to be paid everything Barca owes him before he leaves.
Before he goes to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the same
pay me my money.
The same thing for Frankie de Jong. He wants to get all his money, and then for Samuel Umtiti, unfortunately, no club wants to get him. And then that's the story from here.
Right. Aside from that, why are you getting these new players? If you are saying owning your players, the money you're using, getting these players. Why not use it and pay the old players?
Maybe the old players, Blyden.
Yeah.
Maybe the old players are not good enough, and the ones fresh players with quality. Well, you look at some of these names. Robert Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in world football. We're talking about Frank Kessie, one of the best in his position as well. Andres Christensen, I don't know where to rank him, but Rafinha. It's a fresh prospect, You see the clamor for him across Europe. These are players that need to get in, but you need to get Oscar Mingueza, Memphis, by Samuel Umtiti, all your wage books.
Right, James. When I listen and hear about Barcelona, it sounds like a Nigerian thing. Totally confused. I did talk about Barca.
Sounds like Nigerian or
typical Nigerian situation where you have in the league now you have. They're not planning towards what could happen, or probably a calf situation, but they're not planning towards the next future. I said it before, Barcelona are selling this future to buy the present. That's what they've been doing. And let me add this to the conversation. You're talking about Umtiti. Umtiti is not a terrible player, but I think Barcelona have done a terrible PR on these players. They already make the players look so bad. And come on, how do I go and buy a player that you, the owner, is presenting them as a bad player? Umtiti is not that terrible for crying out loud. That's a World Cup winner.
I think that makes a lot of sense, right? And then the same story for Martin Braithwaite. One reason why he's not being signed is because
of player.
No, it's not. It's not.
Braithwaite scored.
Might not be a Barcelona quality
kind of player,
but not a terrible player. Not a terrible player at all.
Not a terrible player, but not Barca product.
Well, when they sign him, right? This issue, like to say, they've been making wrong financial decisions from the past 5 years. Yeah. They got Ousmane Dembele for humongous amounts of money. I can't talk about Antoine Griezmann who came in for over 100 million pounds. Philippe Coutinho came in, and all of this were gotten on basis of debts. So now it's now cracked up and it's now choking them, and then they are not taking it out on these players that they've signed. So it's sad.
And they're doing the same thing.
The same thing.
Still getting their credit facilities out to get some money. They're selling the future in order to bring in
Lewandowski for 25 years.
It doesn't make sense to me, right? Just manage what you have. Clear the books.
Yeah, but if you say manage what you have, it's going to take years.
They want players to leave, right? Dembele wanted to leave.
At the level they play at the moment, it's going to take years for these guys, to reach the Real Madrid, the Chelsea, the Arsenal, maybe the Manchester United, Liverpool level, Bayern Munich, PSG.
Why?
Now, the longer it takes, many fear the gap might widen. So, for the next 4 or 5 years, if they continue playing with the likes of Umtiti, Club and Longley, they may end up being another Villarreal, or maybe Real Betis or Valencia. Could be a former great, but that's where they are. Is that something we share?
And should that happen, that will not be good, because that will definitely come. Because looking at how they play at the moment, the financial problem that is hanging on their neck at the moment, I think it's really a very difficult time for them at this point in time. Also considering the fact that the channel that's supposed to bring in the resources for them to run the club and develop themselves and getting themselves to where they've always been has been blocked. The image right has been sold, the TV right has been sold for the lengthy period of 25 years. And 25 years is a very long time. And how will they recover? How will they get the resources? It's a problem. And at the moment, they have brought in so many talents, and without registering the players, it's as good as not even bringing them at all. But should they fall to the level of a Villarreal, Rayo Vallecano, I think it will be very difficult for them to get to the level they have always been, and that will not be good for the image of Barcelona.
Maybe that's